Okay, we got the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals of possibly one of the bigger upsets this week.
I don't think so. I know the Rams lost, but I think they're still a good team. They won a division game. Was it last year they won every game in the division? Maybe it was the year before. Even
Yeah.
if the Rams aren't good, they seem to kind of win these division games regardless.
You said last week that the Rams are the enigma of the NFL, where they win
Right.
games they're not supposed to, and they lose games that they're supposed to win.
And they've done that for years.
And
You know?
I almost am firmly believe that for some reason the Rams will always play their best against their division.
Yeah, I guess maybe because they just know those teams. For whatever reason, they just seem to have their number and they win most of those games.
Yeah. I mean, there's kind of a few things that contributed towards the Rams. I think the biggest thing that is all over the news now is with Todd Gurley, coming in and
Oh yeah. He had
making a name for himself.
It wasn't like a crazy game. It was a good game, 140 something yards.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
The only thing he was missing was a touchdown, I guess.
Well, he was missing a touchdown, but 146 yards and rookie, running back.
Right. And you know what? I guess I'll step back a little bit because I don't even think he had 20 attempts. Well, I think he finished at 19. So almost 150 yards on just 19 attempts.
Yeah.
That is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Nick Foles threw for 3 touchdowns. Played like, he was back at Philly.
Do you feel that Nick Foles is a good fit for the Rams?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. I do think he's a pretty good quarterback. I think he maybe got a little overrated after that first year and then was a little underrated after that. He's a good quarterback. He's not the best quarterback, but he's definitely solid. And they'll work it out. I think they'll figure it out.
Do you think that Nick Foles might be a better fit for the Rams than he was on Philly? And that's a hard question because he was a good fit last year.
If I'm Nick Foles, I would rather play for the Rams because I think they have a better team than Philly.
Yeah. Do you think maybe Philly would be doing better if Nick Foles was still there instead of Sam Bradford?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do. Yeah. I'm not I've always thought Sam Bradford was just a touch overrated, and everyone's like, "Oh, if he could still stay healthy, he could play good." And yeah, but I mean, even when he is healthy, I don't think he's amazing.
Do you think it's because Sam Bradford had more of a reliable defense to fall back on?
Yeah, I do. I think he was playing for a better team overall, just from top to bottom. I know Philly was running up the score on people and a fast-paced game or whatever. I mean, all right, I don't dislike Chip Kelly, but everyone talks about the man's a genius and all this. I mean, he's basically just running a no-huddle offense, and his players were just in good enough shape. They did a lot of cardio training, and so they would wear teams out, and I think it's causing other teams to maybe step theirs up a little bit, and so it's not working as well as it used to.
Well, the fact that they're 1-3, I don't know how many people are calling Chip Kelly a genius right now. Right. I think people threw.
Well, I'm talking about a couple years ago when he first came in and everyone was on him. I always thought that talk was a little bit much.
I think a lot of people threw the whole Chip Kelly's a genius idea out the window as soon as LaShawn McCoy got traded away.
Right, and he picked up DeMarco Murray, and everything looked good, but we've talked about this already.
Yeah,
I think LaShawn McCoy was a better fit for that offense than Murray is. But maybe they'll figure out how to use him. I mean, as much money as they spent on him, you think they've got to.
Well, I guess, let's get away from Philly a little bit since we are talking about the Rams and the Cardinals.
Sure.
Well, you can watch our video on Philly if you want to talk about Philly. Well, let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald, huh? This guy's been out.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about this last week too. He's having a really good season.
The only fault he had, I don't think this was necessarily the game changer for them to lose,
right?
But and I wouldn't even say this is necessarily his fault, but he had a huge hit against him and caused him to fumble the ball. But I mean, honestly, like everybody would fucking fumble the ball after that kind of
Right.
a hit. That was just
You can't fault him too much.
intense. Yeah.
Man, it would have been damn impressive if he held on to it.
It would have been damn impressive that he held on to it, and I'm pretty damn impressed that he didn't get injured.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. The Cardinals are still. I still think they're the favorite to win this division.
Yeah.
As long as they can keep the win streak going. But Seattle is, they want it back. They want their division. They want to be atop the division. They think that it's their rightful place.
Seattle is a team that I think the Cardinals definitely have to watch out for because they are, creeping up the steps or the porch or whatever you want to call it to try.
They're only one game behind now.
Yeah, so. They are, and surprisingly, despite Carson Palmer still played very well this game.
He did.
He did play very well, and it finally kind of showed.
I mean, it was a close game. It was a weird 2-point difference.
Yeah, yeah. Well, only because it must have been the Cardinals, I think, went for 2 and didn't get it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe it was one of them. Man, I'm just really on top of this right now. I know that there was a 2-point conversion that was failed, and I think that's what caused the 2-point difference. And realistically, we're going to see more and more of that throughout the year, and because there's been not only people going for 2 points, a lot more missed field goals in general, but especially in the extra point, more blocked field goals in the extra point. So these kind of strange point differences are going to be more commonplace this year, which honestly, if you're in a different type of football pools at your work or anything, that might actually help you out to get quote-unquote shitty numbers.
I actually don't think it was the 2-point conversion attempt wasn't in this game. I'm thinking in this game it was 2 field goals that added up to the 6 points. Because I don't recall it being in this game.
That could be.
So I mean, it's kind of unimportant at the end of the day, but
it's important to me. I'm thinking about the wrong fucking game, so.
Oh well.
I think pretty much every video this week I said something to make myself look like a dumbass, so I guess this is gonna be the what did Kyle get wrong this time?
I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say about this game, though, in my opinion. The Rams look pretty good, the Cardinals still look pretty good, and the division's honestly wide open.
Right. Well, on top of that, if you want to complain about...
Except for the 49ers, I don't think it's wide open for them.
Yeah. If you want to complain about the 49ers or the hate that we put on the 49ers this week,
or the minute and a half I went on a diatribe about Philly during Rams
or
and Cardinals
if you want to
video.
complain about how I got the wrong game 2-point conversion miss, you can go to our Facebook page or our Twitter account, and the link is in the description below.
Right.
You can always leave a comment, I like hearing comments from you, and hell, I actually respond back to your comments.
Right, and if you get too nasty, I'm going to make a fake Facebook page. I'm going to cuss your ass out.
You just do that on your own Facebook page.
Hell no.
Right.
I'm a pussy.